my dear children, welcome back to English class. So today we are going to start a new chapter from your Hornbill book, prose number 5. This is a very interesting lesson, children. It is about our own planet Earth. The name of the lesson is The Ailing Planet, The Green Movement's Role, written by Nani Palkhiwala. So by the name you can easily understand what is the meaning of ailing. Ailing means suffering. Okay, so I think you have got some idea about what we are going to discuss in the lesson. So without any delay, let's get into the lesson. But before that, let us discuss something about the author. So Nani Palkhiwala was born on 16th January 1920 in Bombay, and he died on 11th December in 2002 in Mumbai. Now it is called Mumbai. And so he was an Indian writer, children. He was not only a writer but also a jurist. Jurist means the person who is an expert of law, LAW law, who is an expert in jurisdiction. So this man, Nani Palkhiwala, he was a jurist. He has also written books on law, and also he was an economist and also a writer. And some of his notable works are India's Priceless Heritage, Essential Unity of All Religions, and Law and Practice of Income Tax. So he has written many, children, but I have just written his notable works. Now let's read about the prose. So in this prose we are going to discuss how our planet Earth is deteriorating, means it is coming down. Okay, the quality of Earth is decreasing, its health is decreasing. So Earth is like a patient, okay, whose health is deteriorating, which is coming down, which is becoming low. And also we are going to discuss how humans are exploiting the earth, okay, the place where we live, how we are destroying it, how we are contaminating it, how we are exploiting it. And also we are going to see what kind of contribution are we giving towards the earth, because there are so many organizations also who work for the benefit of the earth. And also we are going to see some remedies in the end of the lesson, how to stop or control this exploitation and all that. So these things we are going to discuss in this lesson, children. There are so many names of the contributors and all, and so many sayings are also there in this lesson. So I want all of you to please take your book and also your pencil and your classwork note, so you can mark the meanings and the important things which I am going to tell you. All those things you can highlight in your textbooks, okay, and you can take down hints in your classwork note also. So let's begin, children. Our home planet Earth is probably the most beautiful place in the universe. It is the home of all species, from the tiniest to the largest. It gives equal rights to all the species to live in it. But what we have done to it? What have we contributed to it? Is it fair what we are giving back to Mother Earth as a return gift? Okay, come, let's find out in this lesson, and let's learn something good in this lesson. Children, as you all know that our mother planet has given us so many resources, but we have destroyed it to the core because of our greed. So there are so many reasons for Earth's exploitation, which we are going to unveil in this chapter. See, you might have heard the slogans like don't use plastics, use cloth bags, then save water, save trees. So we have heard all these topics, but they are not merely the topics of debate, children. They are something else. They are more than that. Okay, and we have to understand its seriousness, and we have to create some kind of awareness. So it is not just making posters or debating on these topics, but also we have to apply this in our daily life. So this lesson is an article which was written by Nani Palkhiwala, and it was also published in the Indian Express on 24th of November 1994. The issues that he has raised regarding the declining of health of the earth continue to have relevance. So we are going to see what he has written about the earth and its health and how it got affected and what is a remedy to it. Everything we are going to see in this chapter. Okay, so to begin with, we are going to start with a wonderful movement which started in 1972. It was Green Movement, and it was the world's first nationwide green movement, which was founded in New Zealand, and after that, this movement has never looked back. That means it became very successful all over the world. Okay, so let's see what is the speciality of this movement. So this movement was started by people, and so many people, they participated in this movement, and they stood against cutting of trees and making the world green. So this became very famous, children, not only in New Zealand but so many countries across the world. So Copernicus in 16th century found that the earth and the other planets revolved around the sun. So for the first time in human history, there is a growing worldwide consciousness that the earth itself is a living organism. It is an enormous being of which we are parts. We humans, other animals, birds, and all the living species on this earth. And the author says that earth is like a patient in declining health. That means deteriorating health. That means the health is going down. Earlier, so many years ago, earth was not like this, but nowadays earth has become like a patient which is in help now, okay, which needs help. So let's see the next concept, which is sustainable development. So this sustainable development, it was popularized in 1987 by the World Commission on Environment and Development. So in this, in its report, it defined the idea of development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their needs. In short, using the resources in a limited way, okay, without harming or destroying the resources which is going to go to the future generation. Okay, for example, if you have a bar of chocolate, okay, and the bar of chocolate you have to share it with your friend, but your friend is not there with you now. About what you will do, you will eat half of the chocolate and the remaining half you will keep for your friend who is going to come after a little while. Okay, கொஞ்ச நேரம் கழிச்சு உன் ஃப்ரெண்ட் வர போகிறான், அந்த ஃப்ரெண்டுக்காக நீ ஒரு half chocolate மீதி வச்சிருக்க. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் கால்ட் சஸ்டெயினபிள் டெவலப்மெண்ட். அதாவது முழுசாக யூஸ் பண்ணாமல் ஃப்யூச்சர் ஜெனரேஷனுக்காக கொஞ்சம் மீதி வைக்கிறது, மிச்சம் வைக்கிறது. ஓகே, திஸ் இஸ் கால்ட் சஸ்டெயினபிள் டெவலப்மெண்ட். So many countries, they have taken so many initiatives to protect their environment, children. Like that, a small step was taken by a zoo which is in Lusaka, Zambia. It is in Africa, children. So in the Lusaka or chinna zoo there was a cage, okay, and in that cage it was written on a board, it was written the world's most dangerous animal. And inside the cage there was no animal, but there is a mirror where you can see yourself. So which means the most dangerous animal in the whole world is none other than human being. So from a recent research, scientists, they have catalogued, they have found that 1.4 million living species share the earth with mankind, but still there are so many species 3 to 100 million other species who are still unknown, who are still unnamed. Okay children, now one more man I want to introduce to you, whose name is L.K. Jha, and who has spoken about inter alia. L.K. Jha was one of the members of Brandt Commission, who also worked for ecology and environment. Okay, so in that he has asked one question. The question is, are we to leave our successors a scorched planet of advancing deserts, impoverished landscapes and ailing environment? So he has asked this question, which is so meaningful. Successors means the future generation. So he is asking, so are we going to leave, are we going to give our successors, that means our future generation, a scorched planet? Scorched means very, very hot. So are we going to give them a very hot planet which is going to develop deserts and which has an impoverished landscapes, that means very underdeveloped and destroyed, and also ailing environment, that means suffering, and which needs a lot of improvement. Now let me introduce one more environmentalist, Mr. Lester Brown, who has written one book named The Global Economic Prospect. So in this book he has written about the 4 principal biological systems, which are fisheries, forests, grasslands and croplands. We know very well that this system provides food, but in addition it also provides raw material for industry, except minerals and petroleum derived synthetics. But you know what is alarming now? In large area of world, human claims on these systems are reaching an unsustainable level. That means which is used in a high number. Okay, the usage of this system has been increased. Okay, and that is why it has become unsustainable, which means if it keeps on increasing like this, nothing will be remaining, no resource will be remaining for the future generation. And you know what will happen when we reach the unsustainable level? The croplands will start deteriorating, then the forest will also disappear, and the grasslands will be converted into barren wastelands, and even the fisheries will be collapsing. So here is another person, Dr. Mayers. So according to Dr. Mayers, she says that tropical forests are the powerhouse of evolution. Okay, since several species of life face extinction as a result of its destruction. So according to a research, it has been well said that forests precede mankind, deserts follow, which means forest come before mankind, and after mankind there comes desert, because we cut all the forests. Okay, so this tropical forests, which according to Dr. Mayers, it is the powerhouse of evolution, these forests are now getting eroded. Okay, eroded means getting destructed. Okay, it is getting empty at the rate of 40 to 50 million acres in a year. Can you believe that, children? 40 to 50 million acres in 1 year. And the growing use of dung for burning deprives the soil of an important natural fertilizer. So what happens? People, they start cutting the wood from the forest. It has become a business now for the firewood. Okay, அடுப்பெல்லாம் எரிக்கிறதுக்காக அந்த ஃபாரஸ்ட்ல இருக்கிற ட்ரீஸ் எல்லாமே கட் பண்றாங்க to get the firewood. Okay, and now the cost of firewood is more expensive than the cost of food. So what is the main reason? Yes, overpopulation is one of the reasons of all these problems. Children, every year 1 billion of population is increasing, and the present world population is estimated at 5.7 billion. And every 4 days the world population increases by 1 million. Every 4 days the world population increases by 1 million. So when people increase, when the number of human beings increase, what will happen? The necessity also increase, and that is a main reason of this depletion of forests. So every 3 years once, using satellites and aerial photography, United Nations they conduct one study, okay, and after this study it was warned that environment has deteriorated so badly that it is critical in many of the 88 countries investigated. So children, don't you feel so that the protection of our environment is in our hands? So what we are supposed to do? What is the biggest problem now? The overpopulation. The earth is suffering because of overpopulation, and every year we are increasing by 1 billion is not a good sign for our mother earth. Children, according to Article 48A of the Constitution of India, provides that the state shall endeavour to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. But the sad part is it is just written in the Constitution of India, but it is not followed by many of us. Okay, that is the saddest part of it. And like any other law, like casteism, untouchability, இதெல்லாம் நம்மளோட கான்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ல இருக்கு, பட் ஸ்டில் வி ஆர் நாட் ஃபாலோயிங் தட். அதே மாதிரி இந்த 48A ஆர்டிக்கலும் நம்ம ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறது கிடையாது. தட் இஸ் த பிக்கெஸ்ட் ட்ராபேக் ஆன் அவர் சைடு. ஸோ ஆஃப்டர் அ லாட் ஆஃப் டிஸ்கஷன் people came to a conclusion that only development can stop this big problem. Now how can development stop all these problems? Let me show you. So according to the research, when development increases, the income also increases, and when income increases, automatically education spreads, and when education spreads, people become very, very much aware of the environment, what is hurting the environment, what is disturbing the ecosystem, everything. So after that the fertility falls. Okay children, so please don't forget this pattern. When fertility falls, everything comes into place, because what is a major problem of the world now? Overpopulation. So when fertility falls, automatically the population comes under control. So what is the sole solution of one of the solutions to this problem? It is development. When development happens, what will happen? Income rises, and when income rises, automatically the education spreads, and when education spreads, the health also improves, and the fertility will also fall. So the choice is between the control of population and the perpetuation of poverty. Perpetuation means remaining, always remaining, constant, forever. Okay, so we have to make a choice between these two. Either we have to control the population, or we have to compromise with the poverty. Poverty irukattum appdi நம்ம நினைச்சோம்னா there is we cannot control the population. So the choice is between these two. Now you can think, okay, Miss is always talking about population. அப்படி என்னதான் நம்ம countryல population அதிகமா இருக்கு? Now let me tell you what is the population of our country. When you add the population of Africa and South America, when you put them together, that is the population of India, children. It is estimated to be 920 million. Okay, now this book was published many years ago. Now even more the population has increased. and now it is more than 1 billion children. The overall population of India is more than 1 billion. You know, the happiest part of all these things is for the first time in human history, we see a transcending concern. Okay, this phrase is there in your book, children, on page number 46. Transcending concern. Please underline and write the meaning. Transcending means long lasting. Okay, always continuing. So there is a transcending, especially from one generation to the other generation. So there is a concern, there is a worry. Okay, there is a type of care which people are ready to take towards the environment. Okay, and this is called transcending concern. So here people nowadays, they start understanding that the survival is not just for people, but also it is for the planet. Okay, because when Mother Earth is healing, only then human beings and the other species will also be benefited out of it. Okay, so it is a good thing, and now the environmental problems does not necessarily signal our demise. It is our passport for the future, so we have to deal with this. Okay, and the emerging new world vision has ushered in the era of responsibility. This phrase also you have to underline, era of responsibility, because now era means time. Now this is the time of responsibility where we humans have to be very responsible towards our Mother Earth. Okay, and it is a holistic view. Holistic means overall view, all together. Okay, not in parts but the whole, everything. It is a holistic view, an ecological view, seeing the world as an integrated whole rather than a dissociated collection of parts. So it is not about India, Africa, not in parts. It is, we are working this for the sake of our whole earth. It is not only for Tamil Nadu, it is not only for India, but we have to take this responsibility for our whole earth, to heal our Mother Earth. So one such step was taken by Mr. Edgar S. Woolard, who was the chairman of DuPont. DuPont is an American chemical company, children, and at that time he was the chairman of DuPont. Who was the chairman? Mr. Edgar S. Woolard. But now he is the former chairman. He is not the chairman now. Okay, and he declared himself to be the company's chief environmental officer, which is a very big thing because he was working in a chemical company. Okay, and he said, our continued existence as a leading manufacturer requires that we excel in environmental performance. That means he was very much concerned about the environment. Okay, so it is a great thing, and when such a person, he was the chairman of DuPont, when such a person gives such a statement, it is a very big thing, children. Okay, and I think that everybody should follow this. One more lady who gave the statement, her name is Margaret Thatcher. Have you heard about Margaret Thatcher, children? She was the Prime Minister of the UK, United Kingdom, in 2013. So even she gave a statement. She said that no generation has a freehold on this earth. All we have is a life tenancy with a full repairing lease, which means that we don't have any freehold. Okay, no generation has freehold. Freehold means permanent tenure on this land. So everybody is permanent. Don't you feel so, children? So we stay here as a tenant. Okay, in the earth la vandu or vaadagekku irukra mari da நம்ம இருக்கிறோம், right? So when we live as a tenant, we take a house for a rent and we stay there for 4 years or 5 years according to our will, according to our necessity, and then when we leave the house, we repaint it. Yes or no? We repair all the damaged things, we repair, and then we leave. So likewise, on this earth we are living as a tenant, okay, and it is our duty that when we leave this earth, we give a good earth, a good atmosphere, a good environment to our future generation also. So now it is our responsibility, children. It is alarming situation for all the human community. It is not about the Indians, it is not about the Africans, or it is not about the Americans. It is we human beings. We have to think about our Mother Earth, and we have to control each and every activities which is against the Mother Nature. So you can ask me, ma'am, we are very small. What can we do? If the government can't do anything, what can we do? No, children, it is wrong. You can do everything. You can take a little step which is for the benefit of the environment. Like, you can save water. Save water, this topic we have seen most of the times when it comes to poster making or debate. It is not just a slogan, children. It is something more than that. Save water at your home whenever it is whenever you see water running and it is not being used, you can switch off, you can turn off the tap. Likewise, you can take small initiatives in saving water. As we say that charity begins at home. Likewise, we can also plant trees, saplings, plants, okay. As we do in our school, children, for every birthday we bring a small sapling to our school. So likewise, not only birthday, don't wait for your birthday to do good things, children. You can plant as many saplings as possible on any day, whether it is Sunday or Monday, but just plant, okay. That is a huge contribution towards our Mother Nature. The next thing which you can do is you can either take a bicycle or you can go on foot when you have to go to a shop which is nearby, or when you have to visit your friend who is your neighbor, or just one or two streets away. So when you go to a local destination, instead of taking your two-wheeler or your car, you can go by bicycle or you can go on your foot. I think that would be a better choice than polluting the environment with the heavy smoke of your car or two-wheeler. Next on the list is obviously the plastic bags. Okay, this almost we are fed up with the slogan stop using plastic bags, don't use plastic. In the mari nariya posters we have done, many debates also we have done, environmental day ku nariya school la vandu speech um kuduthirpom. But this is the very thing which we have to start from our house, children. Please stop using plastic bags. Okay, see, such an easy thing that you can contribute to the environment. நீ வந்து ரொம்ப பெருசாக இப்போ கவர்மெண்ட்டில் போய் கமிட்டியில் உட்காந்து இதெல்லாம் இது பண்ணோம் அதெல்லாம் எதுவுமே வேண்டாம். You can take a very easy step sitting at your home, which is stop using plastic bags. Please tell your parents also, please tell your friends, neighbors, relatives, everybody not to use the plastic bag. So instead of plastic bags, you can use cloth bags, which are eco-friendly, and which you can use to buy vegetables or fruits or any other things. You can even groceries. Nowadays many shops in our locality, they have stopped using plastic bags, but that is not enough. Even now you can see some shopkeepers stealthily they are having plastic bags. So when you refuse to get the plastic bag, when you say that I have a cloth bag, I don't want plastic bag anymore, so when you take this step, automatically people will start changing and everybody will stop using the plastic bag, because plastic is something which is non-biodegradable, okay, which is a very big harm to our Mother Nature. Okay, children, so you can, I think this is very easy. Stop using plastic bag. Instead of that, you can use cloth bags. You can stitch cloth bags at your houses, or you can get it stitched. So this is very easy. So that's all, children. The lesson is over. I hope you understood it, and I hope you have taken down the hints also in your classwork note. And now let's see the glossary. See the first word, children. Holistic. Holistic means interconnected or overall. So holistic development means the overall development. Okay. Next is inter alia. It is not alia, it is alia. Okay, alia we have only in Alia Bhatt. Okay, so this is alia. Inter alia means among other things. That means coexisting. Okay, all together. So இது வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா page number 44 in the last paragraph you can find this word inter alia, where we spoke about L.K. Jha. Do you remember, children? Yes. Okay, next is sustainable development. What is the meaning of sustainable development? This word also you can find on page number 44 in third paragraph. The concept of sustainable development was popularized in 1987. Yes or no? So what is the meaning of sustainable development? Means development without compromising the needs of the future generation. நான் ஆல்ரெடி சொன்ன மாதிரி ஃபியூச்சர் ஜென்ரேஷனோட நீட்ஸை காம்ப்ரமைஸ் பண்ணாமல் நீ இப்போ இருக்கிற சோர்ஸு உனக்கு தேவையான மாதிரி நீ யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டேன்னா that is called sustainable development. Next word is decimated. This word you can find in on page number 45 on second paragraph, I guess. The first paragraph, after 10 lines it is there. Decimated, you can just bold it so you can find out easily. Decimated means to kill or destroy completely. So what is the line here? The sentence is, in poor countries local forests are being decimated. That means local forests are being destroyed. Why? For the firewood, to procure means to get. That also you underline and write, children. To procure means to get. It is there on page number 45. அதே லைனில் இருக்குது, decimated இருக்குல்ல, அதே லைனில் decimated in order to procure firewood for cooking, which means to get firewood for cooking. So this happens in the poor countries. Because of this the forests are decimated. That means completely killed or destroyed. Now see the next word, languish. Okay, so what is the meaning of languish? This word you can find on page number 44, last in the third paragraph. Okay, third last paragraph la languish அப்படினு ஒரு word இருக்கு. Languish means what? Losing some importance. Okay, or importance இல்லாம இருக்கிறது, or importance வந்து இழந்துருது. That is called languish. So when something loses importance, that means it becomes very weak. Okay, so here it is growing weak. This you can find on as I already told you on page number 44. You can find this word. It is see, I read that line. To about 3 to 100 million other living species still languish unnamed. That means they are not given any importance. Some species are still unnamed. Okay, they are still under darkness. They have not come to light. நிறைய ஸ்பீஷிஸ் பற்றி நிறைய ஹியூமன்ஸ்க்கு வந்து தெரியல அப்படின்னு வந்து சொல்கிறாங்க scientists. So see the next word. It is catastrophic depletion. Catastrophic depletion means what? Catastrophic depletion, you can find this word on page number 45 on the last in the last paragraph. You can see Parliament's estimates committee has highlighted the near catastrophic depletion. So what is the meaning of catastrophic depletion? It means disastrous or complete reduction. Okay, ஒரு பேரழிவு அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்லலாம். Catastrophic depletion means completely reduced. So here what is the meaning? The near catastrophic depletion of India's forest over the last 4 decades. Decades means 10 years. 4 decades means 40 years. So last 40 years இந்தியாவில் இந்த ஃபாரஸ்ட் வந்து ரொம்ப டிப்ளீஷன் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. Okay, children, now see the next word, ignominious darkness. Ignominious darkness, that means disgraced. Disgraced since nobody has knowledge about it. This word you can find on page number 44 in the same line as languish is there. So ignominious darkness means disgraced. Okay, a thing which you cannot be happy about. Okay, or a saddening thing, or romba vartha padra oru vishayam. Okay, so in the edu patti edu nenichi namba vartha padnom, that on this planet there are so many species that are still unnamed, that are still unrecognized. Okay, so that thing is ignominious darkness. That means we feel very disgraced because we don't have knowledge about those species yet. The next word is transcending concern. This we have already discussed when I taught you this chapter. So transcending concern, this word you can find on page number 46 in the second last paragraph. You can find it. See, the line is, for the first time in human history we see a transcending concern. Transcending means long lasting, that goes from one generation to the other and the other and the other. Okay, that means perpetual, which is long lasting, which is always there. Okay, this is called transcending concern. Concern means a kind of a worry. Okay, it is a good thing. So here the author says that we started thinking about our environment and our ecosystem, and we understood that survival is not just for the people, it is also for the planet. Okay, so this is a good thing, children. Transcending concern means long lasting worry about something which goes from one generation to the other generation. So yes, children, we have come to an end of this lesson. I hope you understood the lesson. There are some questions given on page number 47. You can see understanding the text as well as talking about the text. So there are some questions there. Please find out the answers and write it in your classwork note. Okay, children? And I have just given you the meanings of some very difficult words, but there are still some passive words in your book, so it is recommended, it is advisable to read the prose from your book, children. It is given on page number 43, okay, in your Hornbill book. Prose number 5, the ailing planet, the green movement's role. So we have understood in this lesson what is the green movement and what is the contribution of human beings towards the nature, exploiting as well as the good things which we can do towards the nature. Okay, and we have seen some remedies also to the problems to safeguard our mother planet. Okay, children, so I hope you will not only just read this prose from your book but also apply all the good things which I told you. Please share it as much as possible with your friends, with your kith and kin, everybody, and let them also know what we can do from our side for the betterment of our environment and for the betterment of our nature. Okay, children, so that's it. Thank you, children. Have a nice day. Grow as many plants as possible and go green. Thank you, children.